Hello guys. So in this video we are going to learn how we implement security and compliance in Microsoft 365. Security and in the first topic that we will start with is configure Azure AD join settings. So this is our first topic. So here we see how we actually join our device to Azure AD. So thank you guys for joining me and watching this video. Let's start. So first of all, you need to log into your Microsoft 365 admin center with the your global admin credential. Now here you see this Azure Active Directory. It's loading. Now click on the Active Directory on the left hand side. Taking a little bit time to load. Now here you see this. We have device. Now here you have the device settings. And you see this user may join device to the Active Directory by default all users. You can set it to none, or you can specify only the limited users or the group you want to allow. So if you click on selected, you have the options to select select or specify the members. So select the users. Here you have the add option. Select the user you want to allow. You can also select the group if you want. So the member of this group will be able to add the users. So you can specify the users who can actually add your device to the domain. Or if you want to specify group, simply you go and select the group you want. Select the group you want and say OK. And save the changes you have made. Now guys, so we are going to see how we configure enterprise state roaming. Enterprise and state roaming. Enterprise state roaming maintain your roaming status. In on-premise environment, we configure user profile or folder redirection. Folder redirection and user profile is not supported here in the cloud environment. Instead, it is called enterprise state roaming, where you can actually maintain the same, you can redirect your OneDrive settings, your documents. You can configure your Microsoft Edge, your favorites. So how we configure this thing, like how we configure enterprise state roaming? Let's see. So here you see this on the Active Directory admin portal. Under the device settings, you can see there is enterprise state roaming. So if you click here, now by default it is none. Select, you can specify selected or you can go for the all users. Save the changes. Done. Now guys, we are going to see how we actually enterprise. Now we are going to see how we configure conditional access policy. Conditional access policy. Now, see, so I'm going back to my Microsoft 365 Admin Center, and here we see we have Endpoint Manager, which is Intune. Now, here you see this Endpoint Security. It's loading, guys. Now, here you see this. We have conditional access. And here you see this, we have the new policy. Now, here I say, we specify a name. Now, here you see this assignment, user selected, none. So you can select your users or the group. So click on this. Now by default none. Now if you want, you can select the specific users, or you can assign, you can go for all users, and if you go for the select users of the group, you have the different options here. So you can go for guest, external users, directory roles, or users and groups. So I am going with users and group. So when I select user and group, now it is showing me my groups. So I just selected my groups. As you can see, now you can see that policy, enable policy. Report only, on, or you want to So I closed. Now you can see that condition, when it comes to condition, there is nothing, it's blank. Click on condition. Now you can see there are different options available. User risk, sign in risk, device platform. Device platform can be anything like your Android, your if you see, different platforms are there that you can define. So if you go with the risk, sign in risk, now you see this, it's not configured. So click yes, and now you see this. Sign in risk high, medium, low, not risk. So depending on your requirement, you will select. So you select medium or you select maximum, higher, it's up to you. Similarly, if you go to the platform, device platform, select the platform you want. If you access it from Windows Phone or Windows machine, it's okay. Otherwise, if you use any of these machines running with this particular operating system like Android, iOS, Mac OS, Linux, then you won't be able to perform the task. Condition need to be matched. Now access control, grant or deny. So you can still grant access. But for grant access, multi-factor authentication is required. If you don't match this, if you do not have multi-factor authentication, then you won't be able to perform the task. Click on select. Now turn the policy on and say create. So this is how we create conditional access policy. Now we are going to see how we activate Azure identity protection. So how we activate Azure Identity Protection? Let's see. Let's go to the portal.azure.com. Now, maybe later, I say identity Azure AD Identity Protection. Now, here in the overview, you can see the different options. Configure user risk policy, new risk sign in detected. Look at this. Now, here you see this sign in risk policy. And here you see this policy name, and this is for all users. Sign in risk. So, if I click on sign in risk, so here you see that there is option for high, medium above, high, low above what. So we have created our conditional access control where we have defined medium. So you have to select this option, medium and above. Now control. So if you click on control, block access or allow access. What? So we need to allow access. Click on done. And save the changes you have made. Oh, save the changes you have made. So we configured our sign-in disk. Now, if you look at here, we have risky sign-in. And you can see your informations. Now let's see how we enable multi-factor authentication. Multi-factor authentication. How we enable? Multi-factor authentication. Now, if you look at here, multi-factor authentication registration policy. Here, as you can see, assignment all user. Control. So, based on your requirement, you can specify the user you want to enable this. And we just say save. So this is how, guys, we actually can work with the security and compliances in Microsoft 365.